ladies and gentlemen, we are, you guessed it, Eye of the Tiger. And we are here to pump you
up.
Any word in the chat, please. Any word in the chat, and we will take it and run like a tiger. Oh, I heard bells. Oops. Ooh, what's going on with this thing? I don't know what happened to this. My keyboard's not working. Did I not plug it in? No, this is not part of the routine. Whoa, it's just not working properly. All right. Bells, thank you very much.
Oh,
ding, 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 ding,
ding. It's a pleasant morning, Squire Killarney.
Oh, it most certainly is, your worship.
Oh, thank you, thank you. Ah, what a beautiful, beautiful May morning. A time for all us to appreciate the bountiness and fruitfulness of the valley.
Yes, spring is fully in bloom, my subsire.
Yes, spring always reminds me of my youth and my troubled youth, actually, in the factories of the Normandy-ish kingdom.
Your tea, sir, or your boots, sir?
I rather think that I would like to have my boots first, in case I get a nostalgia for wanderlust, if you know what I mean.
Your left boot, sir.
Yes. It's the bunions and the gout.
Yes, sir. You've lived a full life, sire.
The right boot now, Henry.
Right boot, sir. I guess that'll teach you to remember the wanderings of your youth.
Well put, Henry. Well put. The memories enlisted fear and loathing, and yes. Well, you were with me in many of those adventures.
Oh, true enough, sir. Yes, sire.
Yes. Yeah, you can call me sir, sire, or your royalness, aristocrat. Either one or all of them at the same time.
I was leaning towards sub-sire since you're a prince, but it just doesn't roll off the tongue.
Yes. No, I quite understand that as a problem for the staff. Sub-sire. I've always rather detested that phrase, actually. It sort of puts me in a position of subservience, if you understand what I'm getting at.
Servants only to the king and queen, though.
Oh, yes, of course. Oh, Royal Highness.
So what is it then? I shall call you Prince.
Prince, but emphasize the sense. It's not prince. It's prince. Prince. Yes.
Prince.
Yes, it goes back to my Castilian background, please.
Oh, yes.
Prince. It makes me feel better.
Castilian.
Castilian.
I almost I almost forgot that you were an imported prince.
I am. I learned my English later in life, but I think I'm doing quite well, don't you, Henry?
I do, and I apologize for 14 years of not knowing what to call you, my prince.
Well, we were all in the dark about that. Things change so rapidly in these times. Which one principality is this? Which principality is that? Who has the upper hand? Which aristocrat should I bow to? Which would I spit on? Which has the power? Which has the ear of the Vatican? Which has a extreme flatulence? All of these matter.
Yes, I try to leave that to you and your kind, my prince.
Of course, Henry. My
For
trust.
me, being a lowly knave, I mean, what need I worry about such things?
Well put, Henry. Well put. Although your history as a knave is music to my ears. I love your recounting of those days when you, prior to being a servant to a sub-servant to a sub-prince service, those were the days, weren't they, Henry? As a knave, you and out in the countryside.
Yes. You know, I still refer to myself as a knave, but it was different before I was a squire. As you know, well, perhaps you don't recall. I told you these things when you were quite young, and you frankly didn't really care for my stories. I mean, seemingly, but it seems that you have a soft spot for them now. Should I recount the one where with the field of marigolds?
Yes, cut to the robbery of the cap of the wagon. I say, Dave, I say, this is a royal coach containing the mistress Evelina. How dare you try to stop us, Dave?
Well, it's just that I'm so hungry, sir. I mean, certainly with all this silver and gold coin you're carrying, you could spare a crumb of bread.
Driver, why do we stop? Who is this outside? Oh, I see it is a knave.
And what lovely God-filled faith shineth upon me now.
It is a very clever gentleman, knave. I am the princess, sub-princess Evelinista.
Sub-princess Evelina.
Yes.
I have never seen anyone as fair as thee. Shall I compare you to a field of marigold that we have here?
That would be much appreciated and loveliness.
You know, the marigolds only last a week on this hillside. And you've chosen the perfect time to travel.
Oh, that is such tragedy. Such beautiful flowers only last such a short time.
Yes. Now, Princess,
Yeah.
I haven't eaten in a fortnight.
Oh.
And I was wondering if you didn't perhaps I have a family of 4, me and my parents and my brother. Perhaps you could spare a loaf?
Such a tragedy. Driver, please open up my picnic box for this lovely gentleman. And please take what you like.
Thank you, fair sub-princess. I know not what these things are. Thank you, kind sir. I do recognize the bread.
Yes.
I do not know what this is.
It is called the petit foie.
Pâté foie. Pâté
Yes.
foie.
Mm-hmm.
This looks like fruit all mashed up.
It is a pomme original cortosa.
Oh, Pomeogenakatos.
Yes.
And this looks like berries with
No, it's
sugar.
not, no, it's not the berries. It's the, how you say, the testicles of the squirrel,
Oh,
a
interesting.
delicacy in Marseille.
Interesting. Well, we do use the whole squirrel ourselves. So I'll take these.
Yes,
Um,
enjoy it, please.
but yet the jar I will not be able to return to you, I'm afraid.
Oh, oh, well, maybe summertime in the future, you will get my address and come to Marseille where you can deliver the glass back to me, into my bosom.
Oh, fair sub-princess. It would be an honor to find a way to return this container to thee in some way. I shall figure it out what that way is. Thank you. The basket. Thank you, sir. This loaf of bread, these squirrel testicles in a jar.
Yes.
I thank thee. And again, you must be the finest in all of the kingdom.
Oh, this makes my heart so, as you say, sing a song. Now I must apply the perfume.
Oh, hmm, um, um, it smells like roses.
It is. You say, this is a rose.
Oh,
My father was from Genoa, so I go, Italiano and French, a little mix up.
oh, most interesting. Well, it looks like your carriage driver is a bit impatient. Perhaps I should let thee be on thy way.
Oh, okay, handsome knave. Au revoir.
Pleasure to meet you.
Au revoir.
Good day.
Oh, yes. Good day.
Good day.
You.
Cut forward.
Ah, yes. One of my favorite tales.
I still have that jar, my prince.
Oh. Yes, yes. I'm
One of these days, I've never again seen the fair lady Evelina traveling in her carriage.
Yes.
Often
What a romantic.
I travel out of my way and hope that she'll return again to the field of marigolds.
Henry, your tales delight an old sub prince like me. Just hearing them brings joy to my waking hours. And actually relieves the pain of the gout and the carbuncles and the iron boot, which I'm forced to wear these days from the club foot as well.
For being 21 years of age, sire, you have quite the ailments of the feet. I still know a witch doctor in my village. If you might trouble yourself to visit her. She's done fine by my village and my parents and my family and me.
I say.
I had the worst planter's wart you could possibly believe. And she cured it. She cured it.
With leeches?
Poultice.
Poultice.
Leeches for a day. Leeches for a day. Just a short period of time with the leeches
Yes.
And then the most amazing poultice, some kind of fungus,
Hmm.
tree fungus.
Tree fungus. Well, anything that would relieve and that you could recommend, my dear Henry, would be most appreciated. Yes, the bleeding, the bleeding by Dr. Hawkins was unsuccessful, as you know.
Yes.
Uh,
I've never believed in the letting, my prince.
yes,
It just
yes.
seems like you're giving up your vital strength as well.
No, I always retain my vital fluids, and I have since I was very young. No despoiling and no disbursement of any of my vital bodily fluids.
Very wise, very wise. One can wait. One can wait until one has met their mate.
Yes, yes, yes. The arranged marriages proposed by the king,
Yes.
unfortunately, never transpired because of the road conditions. They were never able to come here. But Henry, we shall hopefully deal with that situation.
Well,
but your story about Evangelina has given me new hope. New hope, Henry.
good. But you know, my prince.
Yes.
We don't always have to be at this particular campsite. We could try a different one. In fact, if we moved 14 miles north, we'd be near my village. I know you're quite fond of this campsite, but
I love this campsite.
it really is, and it's good for hunting. I know that, but
great for hunting.
It's very moist, and I think that might be the problem with your feet.
I love the moisture.
Yes, well, your skin is soft and supple, like a baby's. But
Yes.
you seem to be growing things on your parts. I mean, you sleep in the nude and on the damp ground.
Yes, yes, it has caused a few issues with my iron brace, and I'm so happy that you've been able to clear the rust every morning. My loyal Henry, my loyal Henry, my servant, my knave, my sergeant at arms, my boisterous boy. All of these.
Well, Squire will suffice, sire.
I have a question for thee, though. I say thee when I refrain. Knave, knee. And this is thus. While I am somewhat familiar with the village of peasants, of the serfs, so to speak, which you're of that origin, of that species, of that people. And I know, of course, of the prevalence of witches throughout the land, and especially in this forest. But I've never heard the term of a witch doctor. That puzzles me, Henry, puzzles me greatly. A witch doctor. Here in the forest of Nottinghamshire.
Well, she's an import also, my prince. But she comes from some far-off land called the Bahamas.
Bahamas. Yes.
Bahamas. Yes.
The Bahamas. I vaguely have heard of this from my friend Sir Francis Drake, who is always trying to impress the court with and regale them with his tales of adventure, which I found rather tedious myself.
Yes, those sailors seem to speak quite dryly.
Very
I may
dry.
say so as well. Very
Dry.
dry.
Yes.
Yes.
So, Henry, my stalwart,
Oh,
stalwart.
your tea.
Ah,
Sir,
is it
with fresh roasted chicory.
fresh roasted chicory? My favorite.
Piping hot. Just the way you like it, sire.
Exactly. Hot, hot. Molten and bolten.
Steaming, sir.
Steaming like the excrement coming from the soldiers with us as they do their morning rituals. Yes, steaming. Yes.
So what say thee, fine prince?
Yes.
Shall we venture to a new campsite this evening?
I think you have convinced me, yes, because I'd like to meet this witch who is a doctor. Maybe she can help us. At the same time, I fear her because I fear all witches. Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
Yes, sire, very hot. Good news. That's very good news, my sire.
Yeah.
My liege.
Yes. Yes, I am a liege too.
My worship.
Yeah. Yes. A laird as well. A laird and a liege.
I'm glad, you know, I'm glad for one other thing, my prince.
Yes.
That I do not have to call you my holiness.
Oh,
For you have forsaken the cross, which I think was a wise decision.
Born out of necessity from my experience in the Crusades, you might say. Even though I'm only 21, at the age of 12, I was in the Crusades for several years.
Yes, I remember your tales. When you were 14, you spoke of your first few years.
Yes, when I returned at the age of 14 from a long journey from the Holy Land. That is hot. That is hot.
Cut back to being in the crusade. Oh,
you accept the holiness of the Christ. If thou don't, then shallest remove thy head. Maybe I can make it clearer, although I don't speak your language. I'll put this down. This is a cross.
Oh, no.
So you don't accept the. Is there any way? No. But this. This, you get this? Yeah.
Cut forward.
Oh my goodness. Yes, it was a most enlightening and terrible experience at the same time. Exciting and just terrifying. And I learned that learning other languages is very important.
So, yes, I can see that. Something just dawned on me. So the small red crosses on your suit of armor, they must have been all the heads that you rolled in the Holy Land.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Um,
Wow.
I was quite
Sire.
adept at using the broadsword, heavy broadsword.
Fascinating, sire. Fascinating. That's your suit of armor is beautiful, and yet also it stands for blood.
Yes, I was quite the precocious 12-year-old, and not even large for my age, but somehow the fury and the righteousness of my cause enabled me to perform what they thought of as miracles. Single-handedly, as a 12-year-old, I defeated a Saracen militia of 30 fanatical Saracens at the Battle of Ants Hill. And that's where I received my injuries to my lower extremities, you might say.
I see. Cut back to the Battle of Saracen. Oh, 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 cut forward. Yes, yes, your coat, your suit of armor it's made for a small person.
Yes, I've grown a little heavier since then, but yes. I still, even though you remind me of these tales, these adventures that I had, which put me in my present condition where I am in need of a spell, of a witch, of a doctor, of something to help me. And maybe you can, with this device that you've created for me, somehow push me in the direction of the village, Henry, my trusted squire.
Yes, Simon. On that note, I should be packing. I should pack up, and I will call thee when the horses and the cart is ready for us to travel 14 miles. 14 miles should be completely doable, easy, Subsire, before nightfall.
Before nightfall?
And we can meet Valhalla tonight.
Is this the witch that is a doctor that you speak of?
Witch doctor. She calls herself a witch doctor.
Witch doctor. Huh.
Yes.
I like the sound of that. Witch doctor. Yeah. All right.
Okay. Let me get on with the packing, sir. A little more tea.
Yes, a little hotter this time, please.
let me just top you off here.
Okay.
There we go. All of your tea, sir. It's good for your joints. Okay, I shall start packing, sire, Subsire. Ding, 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 ding. Let me just run these to the creek. Cling,
Yes.
cling, cling, cling.
Oh, kind sir, you interrupt my washing. Washing King's laundry.
Could it be fair Evelina?
Oh my goodness.
Washing her clothes in the woods?
Oh my goodness. You've caught me in such a compromising position after my fall from grace in Marseille. I'm so embarrassed by you seeing me like this, washing a clothes.
But still, now that I see your whole figure so beautifully and so white, and so reflecting the glimmer of sunlight coming through the trees.
You speak such a poetically that it makes my heart jump. and sing in the gyrations.
Well, I am just a lowly squire, but
But you are not also, I know you are not always so squire, because I remember the dashing knave that I fed.
it's true. It's true, I was a knave, but I have been employed by the Prince of Dottingham. The Prince of Dottingham, imported from Spain.
Oh, a Castilian, I think.
Yes, that is what he has said.
Hmm. Huh. Hmm. A sub-prince? This is a very interesting.
Yes, well, I hope that I will have you meet with him, but I'm hoping that you don't fancy him because I have desires to have you for myself.
Oh, your feelings of a rambunctious nature towards my body, huh?
Well, perhaps you have fallen close enough to fall for a squire. One may hope, and one needeth not answer now. My, what
Yeah.
what shall I call thee now? Is it still Princess?
No, now is I am serving a wench to Her Majesty,
You
the
are
Queen.
you are a wench. So
A serving a wench, a serving wench.
the queen is nearby, is she?
Oh yes, she takes her solutions in the stream nearby.
Oh, to mix solutions.
Yes, it's privacy.
Oh, mix solutions. Um, I should be getting these. We're supposed to be traveling to near my village for about 14 miles north.
You
Have you
say
heard of
no, no. Oh no, you say a village of 14th mile is the north? Is that what you say?
Yes,
And what is the name of this village?
Rockport.
Oh, Rockport. Oh no. Oh no. I hated to tell you, but Rockport has been affected by the plague.
No,
Everyone there
it
is
can't be. It can't be.
the plague.
No, it can't be.
The plague.
It can't.
It is the plague, I tell you.
And do you have it on fair account, fair maiden? Do you have it from a veritable source?
I have it from a great source. The a doctor herself telling me.
Which doctor?
Which doctor?
Yes.
What you mean, which doctor?
Which one?
Which doctor?
That's what I'm asking.
No, it's the witch.
Well,
The
is she?
doctor.
It was the witch. You heard it from the witch. The witch was running from the plague?
Which witch?
That's what I'm asking. Because there was a witch doctor in my village.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, she's
But did
dead.
you speak with Belhela?
She's dead now.
Dead?
Yes.
Oh,
She
no.
covered with the carbuncles of the plague.
No, I've given the prince such hope to get rid of his gout and his
Oh.
bunions and his
Oh.
corns
Oh.
and his ingrown toenails
Oh.
and his athlete's foot.
Oh.
And his bed sores.
So,
And his wily knee,
oh,
and his ill-forsaken humors.
such a misery.
But I will break it to him. But perhaps if thine were with me,
Oh,
it would be easier news, especially if thou art half clad in the way you are.
half a clad, yes. Yes, anything I can do to help my neighbor, my love neighbor.
Oh, thank you, fair Evelina. Do I still have it right, Evelina?
Yes, it's Evelina. Some people call me Evelinista, and some would just call me Evelyn.
I like Evelina. It's the name I've remembered. Well, off to the prince, then we are. And perhaps I will introduce you, and then perhaps you can, yes, probably best that you're dressed for the occasion.
Yes, I think
A
it's
bit more formal for first
Yes,
meeting.
of course, I need to be addressed.
Yes. I will introduce you and you will break him the news since you heard it firsthand. It makes more sense.
Mhm.
Off we go. It's very nearby, very nearby. I'm like fortunate indeed that you were, this is our campsite. This is our camp area. We are here, wow, dare I say, 200 days of the year.
Oh, in this magical enchanted forest, it's so beautiful.
Is it magical?
This is what they would tell me around the campfire with those little white puffy things, we put on a stick.
Oh, the mushrooms?
Yes, the white
Um,
mushrooms stick on the stick.
My prince, may I introduce to you the lovely, fair Evelina. Oh, without delay, Evelina, your jar. Do you not remember the squirrel testicles that you gave to feed my family?
My goodness. Did they enjoy it?
Yes, we were all nourished heartily by the testes.
Oh, that is wonderful. And the childs, they like it too.
Yes, my small brother loved them. He thought they were pine nuts.
Yes.
So, Prince, the lovely Evelina.
Yes. Where is
Oh,
this? Where is the?
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, Evelina. No need to get too formal. In Castilian, we call that overly knee jerking.
Oh, that is such a colorful phrase.
So, what do we owe the pleasure of this visit? Were you in our campsite?
I was yes, I'm nearby. It's a campsite.
Oh, fascinating.
Doing the ablutions for my queen.
Ablutions. Are you an abolitionist?
Sometimes my queen says that I'm a whore.
That's not a nice word. In Castilian, we say "verde."
Oh no, yes, I'm not sure. She just kind of smiles when she says that. I don't know what it means, but I think it's nice.
Evelina, tell him about the witch.
Oh, okay.
The witch, how interesting. We were just discussing a witch doctor earlier.
Yes. Well, I think this witch was a doctor from a village to the north, Rockville or Rockmount, Rockingville, something like this.
That's Rockport, Evelina.
Rockport, yes, yes, it's a Rockport. And we encounter her or meet her on the road. She's covered with sores and carbuncles, blisters, and pus.
A plague.
Yes. A Rockport is like, no more. Everybody is dead.
We don't want to go there. Squire, fair Squire, we will not be traveling campsite tonight.
Oh.
Yes, Subsire, I completely understand. I thought you should hear it straight from the nearest witness, Subsire. Yes, very thoughtful of you indeed to bring the source to me. I appreciate it.
If I be bold, so bold, yes, sir. If you agreement of, maybe my queen and I and our squires of ours, we come to your campsite and we make one a big campsite where music can be played and love can be in the air. And you, fair sub-prince, this could be a beautiful experience. And then I could spend some loving time with my knave.
Well, it sounds wonderful. I am an imported prince, after all. And so she's not really my mother. So I think it sounds grand.
Oh, yes, sir.
Yes, Subsire, I think it sounds grand as well.
Oh,
yes, let's get this thing happening. But I warn you, one morning, I was discussing with my squire earlier. It's very damp over here. So perhaps we can move it just a little bit away from the bog.
I don't know about such matters, but I leave it up to you, fair prince, sub-prince.
And
you know.
Well, thank you. And we'll need some music. Do you have any musicians with your party?
Yes, we do have a great musician, Pierre Ponteville. And Pierre Ponteville is, oh, there you are, Pierre, please come in.
Yeah, that's India. Did you need a musician? Well, I'm here to play or whatever you would like.
I say, yes. I say, we could, jolly good. I think it would be most advantageous and effervescent to have wonderful music playing in the meeting of the fair queen of Castile and her lovely servant Evangelina, and my wonderful squire.
I am at your service. You got the lute?
Let the music begin.
You got the lute, the flute, and the lyre. Everybody, please dance. A queen, may I?
Of course. Yes.
Evelina, may I?
Oh, of course. Yes, it's so nice to you ask.
Oh, and here is a braid of flowers to go around your neck.
Thank you. Thank you.
Ring.
Linda, the tale is a tale of a wonderment in the enchanted forest.